All right, so I know exactly what you're thinking. You're sitting in your seat and you've been waiting relentlessly for the latest installment in the Nook Team Fortress 2 weekly video series that I'm doing now for some reason. So unfortunately, I forgot how to make videos on the third week of making weekly videos. So I figured I would do a commentary video because the internet needs it so bad. You have no idea. Nobody else is doing this. But no, in all seriousness, I do have videos in the works. And yes, they are the greatest videos I have ever worked on. I'm gonna put up a sneak peek of my harvest video.
I don't think we're in 2 Fort anymore.
Mainly, why I'm making a commentary video this week is, it's mainly due to time. I just started back at college this week, and I wanted an easy video, just like an easy project to work on while I settled back into the workflow. But yeah, I may make these kinds of videos from time to time. Honestly, it might be more for me, if anything, since I like documenting things and whatnot, and this could be I think it could be a pretty cool way to document my mindset, and it could be fun to look back on someday. I already do this in this day and age, looking back at my old YouTube videos I made when I was like 10 and whatnot, which are not going to be shown on this channel at all in any capacity. But it's like a fun little I don't know. It's fun little like what are they called? They're called like a time capsule. It's like a time capsule, and I like time capsules because it's fun to look back and see how far you've come in life and whatnot. So this would be live commentary, but I am very unfortunately unable to multitask in any capacity. So my commentary is pretty bad in all of my live commentary videos I've done. And seeing as how these videos are really just generic TF2 gaming videos, I would like my commentary to be something salvageable at the very least, to at least warrant doing this a little bit. And speaking of TF2, it's been like a really interesting week for it, I suppose. That's one way to put it. In between like the bots, the item servers going down, and TFS2 being taken down, people are they're mad at Valve again, which is honestly just the norm at this point. That being said, other than having like plenty of footage ruined by bots, and having some footage of the item servers being down, I don't really want to talk too much about TF2's state, mainly because like every other TF2 YouTuber has already made videos on it, so I don't really see the point in adding to that. I'm definitely like a little bit more mellow about the whole situation though, if you couldn't tell. Like it's annoying, like it's really annoying, and I'm like disappointed. Like we all have to kind of sit by idly watching TF2 slowly die, which like die in quotations because like I don't think TF2 will ever fully be a dead game, but it's just its glory days are like long over, which is unfortunate that we have to see it kind of go down this route afterwards. But like no matter what happens, we'll still be able to play the game, especially since TF2 has a community that will also hopefully be finding ways to play this game. Like Valve could shut down TF2 tomorrow, and there would be people finding ways of setting up reliable ways to play this game in minutes. TF2 is an unstoppable giant, which consists of the most wholesome and degenerate fanbase on the planet, and I find that quite funny, honestly. I also find it interesting that TF2 is a pretty old game at this point, and it's been able to embrace both the old school shooter style as well as an attempted modernization. Like, love or hate the Meet Your Match update, but the fact that the game is preserved so long even with all the changes is pretty amazing, I think. Looking at how hated Overwatch 2 is by comparison, which has been, I don't know, it's been intriguing to me. Obviously, comparing TF2 and Overwatch is a very old thing, and it's not as interesting, and it's a pretty weak argument, I think, overall, because they're both very different games, very different development styles, very different ongoing support for each game. But seeing as how both were extremely well done shooters that had companies behind them that handled it poorly, and Like, Valve has left TF2 in a pretty much broken, barely playable at times, like, depending on the servers you're in. I've had a pretty rough go at it past, a little bit. And it's also still being monetized, whereas, like, Overwatch 2, they switched, like, you can't play Overwatch 1 anymore, it's Overwatch 2. The PvE mode just kind of got canned completely, which, I don't know, it's just weird seeing, like, 2 good games be handled poorly, and then one still being held in a really high regard, while the other is sort of being, like, trashed on by, like, the community and whatnot. At least that's the, the perspective I see, which is very obviously biased and is coming from a 20-year-old who doesn't know if he'll have a job when he graduates. I also only bring up Overwatch as a comparison, like, mainly because that's the only other shooter I've been playing, since my, like, core friend group is super into it. I live the bad ending, where my closest friends message me to get off of Team Fortress 2 and boot up Overwatch 2, and it is so devastating. I'm just distraught about the whole thing. One of my friends, like, does play MVM and, like, holiday updates with me, though, so that's always fun. But, like, I need to make friends that, like, play TF2. But my social anxiety is just so bad, like, I cannot. I break down. I can't do it. Like, I will worry more about how people will perceive me, like, online, as opposed to in real life, which has, like, always been weird to me. Like, I'm nervous around people regardless, but I can become friends with people at school, I can be friendly in public and whatnot, but once we get into, like, the realm of all online friends, I just fall flat completely. Like, I just struggle. Anyway, you'll probably notice that I've been playing a lot of Soldier, in this video with my background gameplay, and that's mainly because I really started trying to learn rocket jumping lately, and it's been, like, really fun. Like, Trollger is something that I have not been able to make much progress in. However, I've been playing with a roamer loadout, and I love it so much. Like, it's interesting because I always sort of, like, disregarded the gunboats since I made most of my TF2 weapon opinions when I was, like, 11, and back then the more a weapon could shoot was considered good to me. And I pretty much had a set loadout that I would use that I had when I was, like, 13, and I haven't changed any of my weapons since then until recently, because I know how to play video games, and I'm a real fun person. So, like, as a result, I missed out on a ton of different playstyles, and I've only, like, recently realized just how good, like, certain items and weapons are, and, like, how fun it can be to swap different things out, which is sort of a big reason why I've been making, the weekly TF2 videos now, is because I've just been playing a lot more TF2, because I discovered more fun ways to play the game. Either way, though, I've been playing a lot of, like, Roamer Soldier with varying levels of success, but it has also been, like, really refreshing since I'm usually just used to playing, like, Scout with, Scattergun, Winger, and that melee weapon. I don't know its name because I renamed it to, like, can you believe it, Crimis. The Wrapped Assassin. The Wrapped Assassin. I love the Wrapped Assassin. And honestly, like, in my opinion, like, those are still Scout's, like, best weapons in my eyes. But, obviously, very opinionated decision, and that would need a video on its own to probably defend. But yeah, I've been playing as a Roamer Soldier, and I've also been using a lot of the Babyface's Blaster and, like, the Loose Cannon as of late, which I may make videos on, because I've been really enjoying just, messing around with them. That was a commentary video. I might make more of them, I might not. We'll have to see. Either way, though, thank you so much for watching. I don't know why you watched the whole thing. You could have been watching, like, a better TF2 clip compilation, like, somewhere else on the internet. So yeah, but anyways, you need to like and subscribe. That's a requirement. I'm gonna go work on the best video of all time. It'll be so great. It'll be amazing. So yeah, goodbye.